Okay guys, so I'll be doing the task 2, which is the third task, and I think I did small explanation in the last video, which is we have to write a function that will append a text at the end of a file. So like I was explaining from the beginning, the end of file is called EOF, and we can append something to the end of a file, right, by using that kind of, I call it macro, but here would be doing it in another format. Basically we have our prototype, right? Let me just copy it, and so our prototype contains the file name that we want to append to and the content we want to append, right? So I'll just put this one inside our main.h, right? Okay, so I'll put that there. And then we said that where file name is the name of the file and text content is the null terminated string to add at the end of the file, right? You should return 1 on success, minus 1 on failure. Do not create the file if it does not exist. Okay, so you should not create when it does not exist. If the file name is null, right, that is, if it is not there, you should put minus 1. If content is null, do not add anything to the file. Return 1 if the file exists, and minus 1 if the file does not exist. We know that, or if you do not have the required permission to write the file. Okay, so that's all. What are we going to do? To main.c. So I'll copy this guy to main.c, copy, right? So vi my to main.c, right? Okay, good. So the next thing is, okay, so echo, I'm trying to check these commands. ls-l, this is the old permission, or this is the permission. Rewrite her, okay. Echo dash n hello to hello, okay. So this is the file, okay. Is there a place where they cut it? Yeah, hello. Okay, where is the word? Okay, I think we're going to create these guys before we then compile the C and then run this guy, right? So I think we're going to do this. So echo this to hello, right? So let me just do that. So we are echoing that hello to hello. So if we do ls now, we have our hello again. So if I cut hello now, right, we have hello inside, right? Okay, good. Let me see again. So if we do ls-l hello, it's going to list the stuff for hello, sorry. So our hello has rw alone, so I think it's supposed to have read rw. I don't know if we had to change the file permission to that, which is 665, I guess, right? So let me just change it. Change mode 665 hello. So if I do hello-l now, 665, okay, probably it is 66. 100 is what? Is it 3? Let's see. It can't be 3. 3 is 11. 6, it should be 4. Right? So let's check again. Yeah, RWR. So RWR. Okay. 1. Okay, good. So I think we're good with that. So the next thing is create our file. Sorry, copy this. So let me still, okay, let me VI it anyway, and then we'll get our prototype. Paste this, remove. So I'm gonna include my main.h, right? And then I'm gonna describe this to be append text to file. So we want to append text to file, right? Add text to an already existing file, right? Okay, that's okay. So we have a file name, which is the name of the file to append what, to append content to. So we'll have text content. The content to be appended. Oh, I pressed capital letter mistakenly. Anyway, let me just finish it with to the file with capital letter to the file of it. Right? We're gonna have a return definitely. So we have to return one on sources and -1 if not. Right? And end. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is create our variables, right? So we'll have our int fd file descriptor. We'll have our int, like the former one, let me just use it, number of letters that we want to print out, right? And then we'll have int the right return, right? Okay, so we'll say if our file is not there, file name, right? If not file name, it should return -1, right? Because that's our error so far. Good. So we'll open the file and see what it will return. We'll pass that return to fd, right? So if open collect the file name, right? And it collects whatever we want to do to it. What do we want to do? We want to write to it and append. So we want to, so we would have a write only, and then pipe it with o_append, right? So append will make it add anything to the end of the line, end of file, right? After end of file, that's ready to start writing, right? So we want to write only, but you should get to the end of file before you start writing. So go here, and that's that. So if you can then say if our fd is equal to -1, it should return -1, right? It should return -1 because it's going to return -1 when it fails, right? So we should do that. And then if our text content, text underscore content is not equal to null, so we can write is not equal to null, or we can just leave it, right? Okay, so if it is our test content, then we'll come down like this. Then say we want to write into our file, right? So I'll just do RWR, that's the return type for the write. You know, write takes 3 arguments, right? So we'll have our fd, right, which is the file descriptor. We'll have the content we want to put, which is text underscore content, and how many number of things we want to put. So we don't know how many content is here, right? So we are using that our n letters. Okay, but before that we need to get how many through n letters. So I'll do that at the top here. Okay, so I'll use a for loop, right? Then I'll say for n letters is equal to 0, right? And then text underscore content at index is 0, which is n letters. Say instead of n letters you can just put I to make it what will I say, manageable or usable. Okay, so to make it easier, so then n letters plus plus. So n letter is being added, is would then have a particular value, right, at the end. That is these n letters would have probably holding 10 or something, right? And then we can end this guy with just like this, and then it will work, right? So it's part of the syntax. Okay, end. So we've done that. Then we'll then say we have, okay, let me first close it here. So at the end, anyway, we have to close. Yeah, I can close it here. We can close fd like this, and then we can return 1, showing that it is successful. But before that, I will add one more line of code here, and that line of code would be okay. So that line of code will be if our RWR is equal to -1, that is, even if this guy returns negative, that is, it is probably it encountered some error, then it should return -1 as well. Okay, so we might have some white space because of how I did the coding, right? So let's see. Space prohibited between function name open parenthesis, that's 19. So let's go. Why am I always having issue with 19? Okay, yeah, open will not have space here. Open shouldn't have space. Okay, let's Betty again. So Betty say we are good. Alright, so what else do we need? We need to compare. Page down. I think we did it up to this point. Then GCC this. So we are supposed to get this. No, we'll run it like this. So let me first compile and see if we have any error. Okay, if fd equals to -1. Okay, yeah, open supposed to have semicolon. Where is it here? And okay, so let's try again. Okay, it worked. So let me clear it. So we'll have our C, right? And then we'll copy this guy and execute it and see what it prints out to us, and then we'll cut hello. We should have hello world. That is, before if I cut hello, you can see that it only have hello, right? So we want to append word to it, right? So we are appending word to it. It collected the file name, right, and the new word that I want to append to it, right? And then I think the main.c has a argument to main, I guess that was gonna have for it to, yeah. So that is why you can do this. And then if I run it, okay, I came across an error, and then is that Control C being pressed? Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't put my dot. I was wondering what's going on. Okay, let's see. It's still the same thing. What's going on? Dot slash C hello and world. Okay, maybe this word is like this. Maybe. Let's see. Could it be what's going on? Okay, let me do it this way. Hello world. Yeah, this one worked. I don't know, maybe they made a mistake in the stuff. So let me cut hello and see. So we have hello world inside, right? So it worked. So let me git add, let me ls. So I will git add my main.h and also my to append, right? And I will git commit, and I'll say append, let me append content to an existing file, and then I'm going to push it. So that will be that on that. And then what else? Page down, let's check our code and see if this one works. Okay, it works. So in the next one we'll see. Let's just take a peep at it. You say write a program that copies the content of a file to another file. It looks simple, but it has so many, wow, so many things to consider in this code. CP file from file to, okay. Oh, I think this one they didn't even give us prototype directly. So they're just telling us where it's going from, where it's coming to, all those things, and then you compile it together, create your own prototype before you even do what you need to do. You need to set permission. You must read. All right, so we'll deal with this in the next task.